Luke 17, where Jesus describes that, the business as usual, he describes the rapture.
Okay.
You know,
so the end of the world, as it would, be depicted in movies, is after the church is gone.
that's right. It's really, there's no such thing as the end of the world. It's the end of the age.
Okay.
Okay. Grace is an age and it stops. And so we're in an age of grace right now. Grace means forgiveness. It means a free gift. And so right now it's a free gift. We can all receive Jesus and be forgiven of our sins, even during the tribulation, but not at the end of the tribulation. When Jesus returns at the end of the tribulation, it says he comes as a king full of fierceness and wrath, and he will rule the nations with a rod of iron. Okay. Now think about this for just a minute. This is interesting. We rule and reign with Jesus for 1,000 years, and we have new bodies. We're immortal during the 1,000-year rule of Christ. There's the rapture. There's the last 7 years of tribulation. There's the second coming, and then Jesus rules the earth with us for 1,000 years. But there are mortals on the earth, and Satan is bound for 1,000 years. Satan doesn't operate for 1,000 years. Well, these people that are on the earth are mortals, and none of them get saved. Not one person gets saved during the entire millennium. You say, well, why are they there? Okay, now think about this for just a minute. First of all, they all survived the tribulation. There are people, in Revelation it says they sought death and they couldn't find it. There are people that I believe are alive today that they are so rebellious toward God and they are so in your face against God, God's going to say to them, I'm not going to let you die during the tribulation. I'm going to make you live under 1,000 years of my rule. At the end of the 1,000-year millennial rule of Christ, Satan is unbound. And he comes, and it says, to the Gog and Magog, and he leads the entire world in rebellion, and they come to the camp of the saints in the holy city. This is where we live with Jesus. We're the saints. They come to Jerusalem to try to kill us and Jesus. And that's when Jesus sets up the great white, kills all of them, sets up the great white throne judgment. But there will be people right now that are alive right now that their punishment is to live under the iron rod rule of Jesus and us for 1,000 years. And what that means is this: I'm not asking you to do something. I'm telling you what to do. And if you don't do it, there's going to be a consequence to be paid. And there's no rebellion. And so the age of grace ends at the second coming of Jesus. There's a rapture. There's the last 7 years. There's grace. It's a severe grace during that last 7 years. At the end of that, no one ever gets saved again.